Howdy, folks. When he was just a boy, he watched westerns with his dad. Those memories of his pa were the best he ever had. He longed for the life of the old west, out on his own and free. So he traded in his beat-up Pinto for a shiny new RV. He's John Wynabego. John Wynabego. He said this town just ain't the same no more, and the people here, they surely don't like me. So he's headed out west toward the sunset to find a place that he can still be free. The life of a cowboy on the road in his gas-guzzling steed, traveling the land in search of souvenirs and helping folks in need. He's John Wynabego. John Wynabego. John Wynabego. John Wynabego. Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego. When last we left our intrepid adventurer, he found himself in a heap of trouble, having left their lives in the lonely valley behind only hours ago. It seems he forgot to recalibrate the Auto Smart fuel economy feature that came standard on his recreational vehicle to compensate for the added weight of his newfound traveling companions. As a result, John found himself at half a tank sooner than expected. He noticed on the newfangled GPS doohickey that there was a truck stop not too far ahead, and wouldn't you know it, right next door sat his kind of place.
There's a truck stop not too far ahead, and wouldn't you know it, right next door sits my kind of place. I bet I won't have trouble finding a place to park.
Now, John, I wouldn't mind getting out for a bit to stretch my long legs. Junior, you coming?
Not now, Ma. I'm playing disgruntled parrots.
Junior, that's all you do anymore. Just sit there on that couch tweeting and playing those games. It ain't healthy.
But, Ma, we've only been on the road for a few hours, and it's only natural that I would need some sort of entertainment to occupy me. I can't just sit there looking out the window, staring at the world as it passes by, like the two of you. Besides, even I'm supposed to grow up outside the lonely valley, I need to stay informed of the going-ons in the world in order to understand this new life.
How do you expect to understand your new life if you're only living vicariously through social media?
Your ma's right, Hatchet. You see, when I was a boy...
Okay, I get it. Whatever it takes to save me from your long-windedness. I'll be back for you, parrots. This ain't over yet.
And leave your phone here, Junior. You can live without it for a little while.
Oh, Ma! What if there's an emergency tweet?
Then you'll just have to find out about it later. Now do as I say.
All right, I'll do as I'm told. But if I get behind on memes and fail to recognize a reference being made to the latest one that has come to dominate social media, well, don't blame me if people mock us as a result.
Don't worry, Hatchet. Your ma and I will both have our phones. We'll know if anything happens.
Hey!
Ugh, what is that horrendous smell? Do all truck stops smell this way?
I reckon it's probably on account of the trailer full of cattle being hauled by that truck. The one you parked right next to. I'd say he's hauling about 50 head, judging by the smell.
Wow. For a truck stop out in the middle of nowhere, this place sure is lively. Huh. Wonder what those signs mean.
What signs, John?
Those over there. Don't you see them? They're all over the place. I even saw one on the exit ramp as we were pulling in.
Oh, you mean those, no lizard signs. Yeah, I was wondering what those meant myself. Something interesting.
I'm not quite sure. Let's go ask someone. Maybe somebody over there, under the stars, would know.
How did I know that was coming? Mark my word, everyone. This will be no simple latte acquiring expedition. We will no doubt become involved in some sort of local spat or other scenario requiring us to help folks in distress.
Oh, you mean helping folks in need?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it.
That's the problem with the world today. Folks just aren't brave enough to say what they really mean. Growing up, my pa instilled in me, above anything else, there is truth. It takes courage to speak the truth without fear of what others may think. Truth is something that seems to be in short order nowadays. So don't ever be afraid to speak your mind, Hatchet. Say what's in your heart.
Shouldn't there be limits to honesty, John? For example, that woman over there is extremely fat and dressed inappropriately for her size. Though I am certainly thinking this, that doesn't mean I should say it, does it? Would it not be better for me to keep my opinion to myself rather than tell her what is on my mind?
Junior, your pa, may he rest in peace, and we raised you better than that. You know better than to speak ill of others that way.
I ain't speaking it. I'm thinking it. That's the point.
Good. Sounds like we've all grown a little today, both as individuals and as a group. Let's go celebrate under the stars. My treat. My kind of place. There's 2 lines. What do we do?
It would seem obvious that you would need to pick a line to stand in. Preferably the shorter of the 2.
That's a good idea, Hatchet. Why don't you 2 go find us a table while I wait in line?
John stood patiently in line, as patiently as a man who craved the rich deliciousness of a hazelnut mocha latte could, that is. Before too long, John, being the friendly type, struck up a conversation with a filler standing in front of him. John didn't mean to be rude, but he sure sounded that way when he informed the man that he smelled every bit as bad as that truck he parked next to.
Pardon me, sir. I couldn't help but notice that you smell every bit as bad as that truck I parked next to. What an awful smell. My name's John. What do folks call you?
I'm Larry McGee.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Lawrence.
It's nice to meet you, I guess. Yeah, them's my cattle out there. I'm on my way to Tennessee with them.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Me? I'm heading west. Gonna see where the open trail takes me. So, did someone else complain about the smell? Is that why your lady friend was moving your truck?
What do you mean there's a woman moving my truck? I drive alone, son.
When we pulled in, there was a lady getting into your truck to move it.
Latte,
I
please.
figured she was
That'd
your
be
partner and
$10.
moving it on account of that
hold on
awful
just a
smell.
second.
Oh, dagnabbit.
John, give me your Under the Stars card.
Somebody stole my truck. Hey, mister. John, did you see which way she was headed?
No, I was in
Here
too
you
much
go,
of a
miss.
hurry to get a delicious hazelnut mocha latte.
John, wait.
I wasn't really paying
Thank you,
attention.
ma'am.
Speaking of, hold on just a minute. Let me get one to go, and I'll see if we can help.
Don't bother, John. While you're standing there carrying on with this complete stranger, I went ahead and ordered it for you. Knowing if I didn't, we would be here for an absolute eternity. Here, now let's go.
Oh, thanks, Hatchet. So, Lawrence, is there anything we can do to help?
It's Larry. Can I use your phone to call somebody? I left mine in the truck.
I know all about that.
Sure, you can use mine. Oh, I don't have a signal. Let's go ask Lizzie. Lizzie, this is my new friend Lawrence.
Pleased to meet you, miss. My name's Larry.
It's nice to meet you, Larry. And this is my son, Junior.
My name's Hatchet.
Lizzie, can Lawrence use your phone? Mine isn't getting a signal. Someone stole his truck.
Larry.
Well, of course, Larry. Oh, my. I'm not getting a signal either. But now she was on the interstate heading west.
Let's go get her.
Bet my phone has a signal.
To the RV! Hey, Lawrence, I've been wondering. When we pulled in, we saw these signs with a picture of a lizard with a red X over it. Are lizards banned in this county?
It's Larry. No, it means no lot lizard, son.
What's a lot lizard?
It's, them women that are kind of, run down, kind of scaly. They sneak around from truck to truck, offering services to lonely travelers.
Oh, you mean lizard people? Like they talk about on them conspiracy videos on the YouTube and on the late night AM radio shows? I knew it! I knew they was real!
Lizard people, huh? So, do those signs really keep them away, Lawrence?
Nah, they're just there as a warning to let them know they ain't welcome. And it's Larry.
Well, either way, we need to keep our eyes open and be careful. Lizard people aren't something to be taken lightly. Well, here's my recreational vehicle and the spot where your truck used to be. Come on in, we'll get going. Huh, look, a little cigar butt and a struck wooden match.
Let me through, John! My phone needs me! Oh, it's so cold. It'll be all right, dear phone. We'll get you warmed back up. We gotta warn the world about the lizard people.
Western we go. Lawrence, do you want to contact the authorities now? I still don't have a signal, but we can get them on the CB. While I get gas.
I've got a signal. Sitting on 4 full bars here.
John, I don't mean to be rude or sound ungrateful, but the longer we sit here, the further away she gets.
Don't worry, Lawrence. I've got it down to a science. It won't take nearly as long as you would think.
Okay, I guess. Well, even if it's all the same to you folks, I'd rather keep the law out of this for now, if we can. If my boss finds out about this, he'll fire me for sure. If you folks don't mind, I would rather just see if we can catch up with her. And it's still just Larry.
Be right back.
Excuse me, Larry. Does your truck have an onboard GPS system?
I got me one of them newfangled GPS doohickeys. Why do you ask?
Because if you know the account number for the GPS, we can find it with my phone. We won't be just driving around blindly.
All right, Western we go. Again.
Again, I really appreciate this, folks. Y'all really think we'll be able to catch up with her? All we know is she's headed west. Who knows if that's the direction she'll keep going?
Hey, Larry, a little while ago, y'all mentioned that you had one of them GPS things in your truck, right? Yeah, I bet if you knew the account number, we could find a way to track it.
I do know the account number. Good thinking, ma'am.
Hatchet, wasn't that a good idea your ma had?
Yeah, I liked it better when it was my idea.
Here you go, Larry. Now just you enter your little old account number and your password.
Thank you, ma'am. I kind of didn't want to say the password out loud. It's embarrassing.
Well, what is it?
It's embarrassing, I said.
Were you able to find it?
Yep, there she is. Still heading west. She's got about 10 miles on us.
Don't worry, Larry. That stinky old ugly truck of yours didn't look like it was in the best shape to begin with. We'll catch up with her in no time.
Now look here.
Hey, the GPS tracker says that she's turning off into a side road.
Well, folks, it didn't take John and company long to catch up with the mysterious cattle thief. According to the newfangled GPS doohickey, Larry's truck had come to a stop just 5 miles off the interstate, down an old country road surrounded by cornfields. She had pulled off to the side of the road in a large clearing.
Oh, well, the GPS says she pulled off the side of the road in that large clearing up ahead.
Huh. Wonder what she's doing.
According to this here live satellite feed I'm a-watching on my evil life-ruining phone, she's unloading your cattle into another trailer.
I reckon we'll find out what she's doing soon enough. And when we do...
There she is. I see her. It looks like she's moving your cattle into someone else's trailer.
You know, I've had my fill of trying to help folks in distress for the day. I'm going back to wasting my life. I got me a score to settle with some disgruntled parents.
Hold on, Larry. We need to be prepared. Lizzie, open the glove box. Not the map.
Oh, sorry.
Lizzie, would you mind getting my pistol and belt out of the glove box, please?
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. Oh. You want the badge, too?
Well, of course he does. One ain't no good without the other.
Thank you. Come on, Larry. Let's go catch us a cattle rustler.
Ooh, are you gonna tough talk him, John? I gotta hear this.
Hold it right there, little lady. Put your hands where I can see 'em.
Oh, it's the cops.
Step on over here, nice and slow. Larry, are these your cattle?
Yeah, and that's my truck over there, too.
Start rounding up your cattle while I get some answers.
Why are you talking like that?
Who are you, and what's the deal with rustling poor stinky old Larry's cattle?
Hey,
I stole them for the money, dumbass. Why else? And you are one ignorant son of a bitch and a sheriff, no less. You don't fucking know who I am. I'm Profanity fucking Jane, that's who I am. Mr. High and fucking Mighty, stick up your fucking lawman.
Pardon me for one moment, miss. Hatchet, why don't you wait inside the recreational vehicle with your ma?
Fine, but you can only shelter me from reality for so long. Back to the parrots.
I'm sorry. As you were saying, miss?
As I was saying, you penciled clown. You're a sorry excuse of a man if you think I'm just gonna fucking walk over there and give myself up. You don't know who the fuck you're dealing with, asshole. Now you fucking listen to me, Sheriff. This is how shit's gonna be. You're gonna turn right the fuck around and get back into that fucking RV, or I'm gonna put my foot so far up your ass you're gonna taste leather. If that don't work, then hold on a minute. Since when does a sheriff drive an RV and travel with children, wearing a very unofficial looking badge? Who the fuck are you?
that's John Wynabego, Jane. And if I were you, I'd do what he says. That man can outshoot even me.
Clinton?
What the fuck are you doing here? Are you following me around again?
Yeah, but this time I ain't here to talk. There's a bounty on your head, Jane, and I'm here to collect. This ain't got nothing to do with you, Wynabego. We'll square off another time.
I don't know what this is about, but I'm pretty sure I told you that I never wanted to see you again, West Bark. Besides, this woman here needs to answer for what she did to my good friend Larry before she goes anywhere.
I've got a name, asshole.
Listen here, Wynabego. I got a job to do. And to be honest, it's gonna be my last bounty, on account of you humiliating me like you did. Nobody will hire me anymore because of you. Profanity Jane is wanted for armed robbery, grand theft auto, fraud, identity theft, public indecency, and has several outstanding books at the library. Other folks like to read too, and the authorities don't even know about what's going on here yet. So the way I see it, your friend Larry can get in line. She has a lot more to answer for first.
Well, you have a point, West Bark, but there's something you overlooked.
She took off while I was talking, didn't she?
Yep.
You dirty motherfuckers will never take me alive. Woohoo!
Dang it. Hiya, undersized horse. She's getting away.
Don't worry, Larry. We'll catch him. We didn't come all this way for nothing. To the RV.
John and his friends tore off down the old country road at the blistering speed of 5 miles an hour. You see, the old country road wasn't made to accommodate the oversized vehicles of both John and Profanity Jane. Also, they were on a slight incline. It didn't take long to catch up to Profanity Jane, just as Clinton and his horse had trotted up alongside of her.
It looks like Clinton and his horse have trotted up alongside of her, attempting to talk some sense into her.
John, oh, we lost the Wi-Fi. Without the Wi-Fi, we can't use the GPS to track her. What are we gonna do?
No!
Oh no! No GPS! Don't worry, I'll take care of it. The antenna comes loose from time to time. I think I stripped a thread installing it. I keep meaning to get a new one. I just don't think about it because it doesn't happen very often. You know, it's funny. This one time...
John, the Wi-Fi.
Oh, right. Larry, I have to climb up on the roof. Can you drive?
Well, I can drive it, John. I don't mind. With my beautiful long legs pressing the pedals with my finely manicured...
Larry, do you think you can handle this much vehicle?
I do drive a big rig. I think I can handle this fancy glorified bus of yours.
I'm gonna let that one slide, Larry. We need to focus on the matter at hand.
John, you can't go climbing on the roof at these high speeds. We can just pull over and fix it.
There's no time. Every second counts. She could get away at any moment.
Don't do it, John. It's too dangerous. It ain't worth it.
That's a matter of opinion, ma'am.
I don't have time to argue. Stand back, Hatchet. I'm gonna open up the moonroof and the pull-down ladder I had installed.
John, you're crazy. I beg you, please, don't do it. Think of the wind shear and possibly low-hanging branches. I know I've been a bit of an ornery cuss to you today, but that don't mean I want to see you get hurt.
I'll be all right. What's the matter with you two? We're not even going that fast.
I don't even have my foot on the pedal. We're just coasting.
As John climbed to the top of the ladder, he could hear the conversation between Clinton and Profanity Jane. And based on Jane's tirade, it didn't sound like things were going too well.
It doesn't sound like it's going too well.
I'm fucking sick of all of your petty-ass little bullshit. Look at you. You're fucking pathetic. Following me around like some little lost puppy.
Come on, don't be like that. You never used to talk to me that way. There's no need for that language.
You're right. I never used to talk to you this way, and that was the problem. We held too much back, afraid of hurting each other. And because of that, we started to resent each other. Rather than just saying what was on our minds. That's what ruined us, Clinton. That's why I filed for divorce. Kid.
I know. It is mostly my fault. I should have told you how I felt. I should have had the nerve to tell you that I hate your mother. And I should have spoken up every time you asked me what I thought of your cooking.
Well, what did you think?
Well, let's just say my ulcer has healed since you left.
Ha. See? That wasn't so fucking hard, was it?
No, it wasn't. Come on, Jane. Be reasonable. Why don't you just stop and get out? And we'll all talk about this.
Listen, asshole, I ain't stopping for you or anybody else.
You're better than this, Jane. We are better than this. Besides, we've literally come to the end of the road. If you don't stop now, you're gonna run into that tree.
Damn it. All right. I'm stopping because of that fucking tree, not because of you, kid.
I fixed the Wi-Fi.
Hooray!
John, I was sitting here in the midst of this exciting car chase, watching events unfold. I finally got a good look at that man on the undersized horse. Is that who I think it is, John? Is that Clinton Westpark? The man who killed my husband in cold blood?
What?
Please tell me it's not, John.
You mean to tell me that no-good, low-down snake in the grass is here right now? Out of my way, John. Let me at him. That man took my paw from me. I shall have my vengeance. Vengeance, I say!
Easy, everyone. Clinton is here to claim the bounty on Profanity Jane, who also happens to be his wife. I understand how the two of you feel, but hurting him ain't gonna make either of you feel better. It'll just make you more like him. Come on, Larry. Let's go get to the bottom of this. You two stay here while we sort things out.
It just ain't right, John, that he continues to walk around freely after what he did. Well, you be careful out there, John. Are you taking your gun?
No, I don't want to give anyone a reason to start shooting.
Calm down now, girls. It's okay. Larry's here.
Where did those cows come from?
Oh, they follow me everywhere I go.
So what's it gonna be, Westpark? How do you intend to resolve this? Like a coward or like a man?
Neither. I'm just here for the bounty and to see if I can't talk some sense into the woman I love. And that woman has something to say to the two of you.
Seriously, y'all, I'm real fucking sorry. I've been an awful fucking mess these past couple months, living life with reckless abandon and not giving shit about the consequences. I really do need to clean up my fucking act, goddammit. Clinton's right. I'm fucking better than this bullshit, and I think we could be better than this. Maybe all I need is the love of a good fucking man to put me back on the straight and narrow. God damn
I'm flattered, miss, but you're a married woman. I think you'd be better off trying to work things out with Clinton. He seems to really care about you.
What the are you talking
Just let it go. He's like that. Glad everyone has decided to give love a chance and all. But what about you stealing my cattle and truck? Am I just supposed to forget that happened so y'all can ride off into the sunset and begin life anew?
Wow, that is very kind and forgiving of you, Larry. You're a good man. I'm glad we could all work things out and resolve our differences here today in a reasonable fashion. Well, looks like this little adventure has come to an end. Clinton, I hope the two of you work things out. Love is worth the effort. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to ever see you again. Again. You disgust me. I don't know how you live with yourself. It was nice meeting you, miss. I hope the two of you find what you need to be happy together.
Really? You're just gonna... that's all? What about... Oh, hell. Fine. Tell you what, if you're willing to reimburse me for my time and fuel as a result of this little, incident, then maybe I'd be willing to overlook this whole ordeal.
You can go yourself, Mr. shit shoveling animal f***er.
Jane.
God damn it, alright. Here, this should be more than enough, you face.
Thank you, miss. John, would you mind giving me a ride back to my truck and helping me with my cattle? Sure hope there ain't nothing wrong with that truck. Still got a long ways to go before I reach Tennessee to meet up with my missus and the kids. Yep, gonna go there and start me a new life. A better life. For my family and my cattle. They're like family, too.
I wouldn't mind at all, Larry. That's what I do. Help folks in need. Hey, Larry, earlier you said that you'd be fired if you lost the cattle. But if they're your cattle...
The cattle are mine, but the truck and trailer are my boss's. And he would have my hide if something were to happen to either of them. Say, would you mind following me back to the truck stop to make sure everything is all right with the truck before hitting the road again? I'll buy you a latte, and we can browse the souvenir shop. What do you say?
Oh, a souvenir shop, you say? Well, what are we doing still standing here? To the RV!
Well, folks, you wouldn't believe how long it took John to drive his RV all the way back down the old country road in reverse. There just wasn't anywhere to turn around. But they made it out eventually. On the way back to the truck stop, John did his best to explain the Clinton Westmark situation to Lizzie and Hatchet as best he could. Will Lizzie and Hatchet accept John's explanation? Will there still be 2 lines at the coffee shop? What kind of souvenirs will they find at the souvenir shop? And will they encounter any lizard people? Find out in the next exciting episode of Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego.
Hi, this is Austin Beach, co-creator of Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego. Wow, our first season is finished. And on behalf of everyone at Audio Oblivious, I just want to say, thanks for sticking with us. If you've enjoyed our show, tell your friends about us. Season 2 is right around the corner, but don't worry. In the meantime, we have some mini episodes coming your way. I especially need to thank our Patreon patrons. The support that you have shown us blows us away. Thank you. There's a lot happening in the next few months. For updates and announcements, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at The Eagle Screech. Subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. Thanks for listening.
Wynabego Warrior, the tale of John Wynabego, Eagle Screech, is an Audio Oblivious production. Written and directed by Austin Beach and Scott Phillips. Produced by Austin Beach, with music by Todd Freeze. Sound effects by Austin Beach and freesound.org. Starring Scott Phillips as Hatchet McCoy, Clinton Westmark, and Larry McGee. Sarah Golding as Lizzie McCoy. Miranda Thomas as the barista. Introducing Barbara Beach as Profanity Jane. And Austin Beach as John Wynabego, and me, your narrator.